Oh my God, as they say, we are back again. Hello, everyone. Yes, it's really happening, Kyle. We are here. It has been a long summer. Let me just turn down this music a second here. But it is so great to be back. We took off all of July and August. So I have some life updates to share. If you have any life updates, I want to hear them too. And I'm noticing some of your comments I'm not getting natively here in StreamYard. So I'm just going to pull up LinkedIn too, just to cover all my bases here. But we're officially back. I see Danny's here. What's going on? Hold on. I might get a little echo if I pull this up in two places. So let's, yeah. Lathan's here. Oh my goodness. Alexa. Oh no, on the computer, it's terrible. Well, if you have to be on mobile, that is fine. Amy's here. What's going on? It is so good to be back. Like I said, a very busy summer, and I missed you guys. I hope you missed me too. And like I said, if you have any life updates to share, I know Kyle has a big one. Some things have been just going on this summer. If you've had any travels or just a new job, let's catch up. So we're going to jump right into it. Tell us who you are, where you're joining from, and what you do. Danny's here. Just such a delight on the feed. Seriously, if you're not following Danny, please, you need his content in your life. Rob is here from across the pond. Hello, hello. So yes, introduce yourselves, especially if this is your first time joining Pop Chat. We'll see. Savannah, you're just the best. So happy you're here. Hope you had a great summer using your Hootsuite plan. Keep me posted on that. Oh, and I'm back. I've got my new Backstreet merch. We're gonna get to that. I've got AJ covered though because of this microphone. There he is. And the back, you guys, it's so fitting. It says, "Oh my God, we're back again," which we are. So it's just really festive, and I just had to wear the shirt. So Rapali's here, all my favorite people. So yay, Danny. Amy just followed you. Love to see it. Lathan, yes, he's from New York, working in creative and brand strategy, looking for his next role. Yes, so if you have any roles to share, anything going on, any open positions that you may know about, feel free to network here in the chat. But if this is your first time here, my name is Brienne. I am the host of this little chat that we've been running for going on 5 years. Hey, Rebecca. I got my undergrad at the University of Central Florida, where I studied advertising and PR. Then I went to the University of Florida, got my master's, and I now teach in the program. So my course is called Branding Using Social and Mobile Media. The fall semester just kicked off. That's also why I took the break, because August is crazy for me because you're closing one semester and then turning right back around and starting a new one, and all kinds of final projects to grade and stuff. I should just not give any assignments, and then I'd be, pretty open and available over the summer. But yes, I'm a marketer, a fangirl, an academic, content creator, and a mom. I live in Jupiter, Florida with my husband, Sandy. I also host a podcast called Making the Brand, so go check that out. Oh, Amrapali knows of a job opening. Please drop a link. Megan's here, social media manager for athletes and entertainers, nonprofits. Oh, that's really cool, Megan. I bet you have some stories to share, some cool nonprofits to tell us more about. She's joining from Milwaukee. Yes, Kyle became a first-time dad as of August 1st. Oh my God, he's a month old already as of yesterday. Oh my goodness. Congrats. So here's just my summer in a nutshell. I had a lot of travel. I feel really grateful. As you may know, right after I ended Pop Chat, that first week of July, I went to Italy and a little bit of time in France. Let me make these bigger. Whoops. This picture is actually in France, but we took my daughter and my whole family was there. It was my brother's 40th birthday. So we did like a whole family trip to Italy, which we've never done. I also went to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. And if anyone here knows Mindy Thomas, a longtime Pop Chat friend, we met in Vegas because she was also there to see the Backstreet Boys. did a little traveling for Labor Day weekend and also met Randy Finoli from Say Yes to the Dress in the airport. Just had to throw that on here. And if you missed it, I am also expecting pregnant again with a baby boy on the way due in January. So I was just saying, though, that Hootsuite partnership, if I was in a fog with any of that, it was my first trimester. So I was hosting some of these live streams a little bit nauseous, but I think that was really fun. So again, thanks to Hootsuite for that partnership and collaboration back in June. And thanks to all of you for making it so much fun, such a success. Maddie's here, my neighbor and former student. She has a freelance PR business, also looking for a full-time position. Maddie, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for you locally because I feel like I see a lot of open positions. Yeah, baby boy Fleming. I actually have an ultrasound right after this. I'm about 20 weeks, halfway. So I'm going to eat my half-baked Ben & Jerry's ice cream this weekend, which is a ritual you have to do when you're halfway. And I have an ultrasound, so I'll get to see him right after this chat. I'm really excited. Alexa from Seattle. We have a little bit of a Seattle pop culture question I think you'll appreciate today, Alexa. It was truly a Pop Jet summer. It was really great. I got to see Kelly Clarkson in concert too, out in Las Vegas, which was incredible. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, Megan, we'll have to connect on that. Also, speaking of that, I wanted to thank you guys for helping me name my baby. Everyone who participated in this poll, just to circle back, it looks like Baby Zapier is the winner. So, Alexa, I guess it's going to be Zapier because my husband wouldn't let me pick Carter, which I really like Carter after Nick Carter, of course. And my he goes by Sandy, but his real name is Alexander. And AJ from the Backstreet Boys is Alexander James. So I'm like, we could technically name him after you and a Backstreet Boy. It'll be perfect, but I don't know. He didn't really quite go for it. So wish me luck. Zapier it is, according to this poll. And lots of love for Zapier. So I was just curious, just to kick things off, how are you using Zapier? Yeah, Canva was nothing here was a really close second, actually. But if you're not using Zapier, it is like having your own little personal assistant to automate your workflows. I've got a few zaps that help me, integrate tasks or emails from Microsoft Outlook and then put them into ClickUp as events on my calendar. And I've also used it to integrate Teachable, where my online course is, to integrate to my email list and then automatically add them to a welcome sequence. You can also do so many cool things to get notifications in Slack. I know we all need more Slack notifications, right? So if you're currently using Zapier and have any cool zaps to share that have really changed your life and your workflows, let us know. But the cool thing about Zapier is that it's like all of the tools that you use are now finally talking to each other. So we love Zapier, and it works for me as a baby name. So baby Asana was an honorable mention. I think if it was a girl, Asana would have to work, which, we'll see. We'll see if we're done having kids. I don't know. So if you're unfamiliar, just to scratch the surface, what is Pop Chat? Maybe you're here just lingering for the first time. It is a place for marketing and pop culture. It's where they collide. We're going to talk about trending topics. Oh, now I'm getting some of these delayed comments. Yes, it's really happening, Kyle. We are here. But also a place for community and connection and to get to know each other beyond just what we do for work. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to bond over pop culture topics, share and reply, engage with other people and connect, but mostly have fun. Zapier makes a cool baby boy name. I really think so. I think it's very original. Alexa says, setting up automations makes me break out in hives, but I'm glad people can make them work. Yes, there are so many. Like once you get it right, it's like you've struck gold. For full mid 2000s, name your baby Monday. Yeah, but would his middle name be .com? That's the question. Monday.com. We'll see. Hey, Joshua, happy you're here. So I'm curious. I mean, it's been a fun summer. I'm curious, what is the next city you want to visit? What's next on your travel list? Um, a city domestically that I've never been to is Charleston, and it's on the East Coast. I'm an East Coaster, and I'm like, why haven't I been here? So let me know where you want to go next in your travels. But I also want to hear more about your summer. So if you went anywhere interesting, share that too. So while you're doing that, we're also going to rewind and do today in pop culture history. Hashtag holidays for today, September 5th. We've got some good ones. First of all, I don't know why I brought this chat back today because it happens to be National Lazy Moms Day. So any moms here, take the rest of the day off, you know? Like I said, I'm going to have my Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I'll have to do that later. Taking baby Ollie to New York. Oh, in October, that'll be really nice. Savannah, let's meet up in Charleston. Amy went there for a bachelorette, so she has all the recs. Kansas City, last barbecue city on my to-do list. Lathan, is that like a travel tour that you do? You follow all the good barbecue spots? Paula, Milan. That was actually when we went to Italy this summer. That's where we flew into. So I got a little sneak peek at Milan. London and Boston. Ugh, both good cities. Fall trip to New York and Boston. We just need to do a pop chat, a full pop chat meetup in one of these cities. Everyone's going to Boston. My husband's from Boston, so he's always down to book a flight. So let's make it happen. Yeah. Tell your mothers to take the day off. If you are a mom, take the day off. It is National Lazy Moms Day. It is also, National Be Late for Something Day. So if you're just jumping into Pop Chat, you're not late. It's okay. You have permission today. And it's National Cheese Pizza Day. So if you need dinner plans tonight, there you go. I want to visit those islands and find Taylor Swift's house. Ooh, in Rhode Island? Yeah, I think that's what you meant. Rhode Island. Yeah. I've heard like the real estate around where her house is has all gone up too. So, we're going to talk about the Jonas Brothers, Amy. I do not have tickets. Everyone's talking about the Jonas Brothers. Pop Chat meetup in Nashville it's just a brilliant idea. That's just, how do we pull that off? Oh, Pop Chat is the perfect lazy mom activity. Carol, that may be my favorite testimonial ever. So glad you all are here spending your Friday with me. I've been practicing for this day all year. Yes, tell me how you're spending your lazy days. Pizza for dinner. You've earned it. And we've got this Macaulay Culkin gif, and I just have to also point out that, Macaulay Culkin went to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere just like I did. So he's really cool. I mean, I was already like, Macaulay Culkin's pretty awesome, but after that, he's family basically. That's every day. I know. We're going to talk about the surprise guests. I have to go just for the surprise guests alone. Who was your surprise guest, Amy? I need to know. Also, this week in pop culture history, 23 years since Miss Kelly Clarkson, the queen of American Idol, won the show. Imagine like American Idol, just their first season, they just set the bar that high. I don't think they've exceeded it. I mean, Carrie Underwood is amazing, but it's Kelly Clarkson, everyone. Brienne and the Pop Chatters could be a good band name. Again, everyone's just coming out the gate with these good ideas today. Click 5. I freaked out. Yeah, we're going to stay tuned. We're going to talk about that. And Kyle, when is the Nashville show? Because maybe I could be convinced. Yeah, we're going to cover all this. So I want to know who was too young to remember this moment. Who was too young and or who wasn't born yet? 23 years, yes. Didn't know the Kelly Clarkson origin story. Yeah, Rob, I guess, being over in London, maybe American Idol just took a little longer to get that over there, that news. But yeah, she won American Idol, and we're gonna watch.
America has made their decision. Kelly, Justin.
The highlights, iconic.
The winner of American Idol 2002 is Kelly Clarkson.
And there you have it, folks. Not a cell phone in sight.
Kelly, take a second and just tell us how you feel, what's on your mind right now, as you are the American Idol.
What a deep cut.
I'm pretty much thinking, how am I going to sing this next song while I'm crying? So I don't know what to say.
I saw a tweet the other day. It was like, how is it that all the songs are covers, or no, all the songs are Kelly Clarkson originals and the rest are just covers, because she makes all of them better. She really is a national treasure. Clueless is my favorite movie. Megan was a 1-year-old. Yeah. Need that Hootsuite baby shower. We're gonna need a Zapier baby shower now. I think we'll make it happen. Yes. Kyle, I saw your comment. Her songs and stories on NBC is so good. Teddy Swims and Kelly need to tour. I haven't seen this, but I want to watch it because I know I would like this. I saw the Jonas Brothers were also on it. Next week's is with Lizzo. Did not know. That's the only American Idol episode I watched. Who voted? I mean, we had to call in and vote. There were no text to vote options at the time. Yeah, you do not want Kelly to cover your song. It's kind of over for you after that. Danny's here. This was such a novel concept and her talent deserved to be famous. Yeah, she was working as a waitress at Chili's before this happened. Can you imagine? One of the greatest voices, a generational talent, truly. Okay, so we've got to jump in and talk about the Jonas Brothers. And I wanted to talk about this like all summer, or at least starting in August or so when they kicked off the show. Their surprise guests, I'm speechless, because they're not just bringing out like the hottest artists in the moment. They're bringing people out of retirement, basically. People who haven't performed in years or are doing smaller shows, or artists you may have forgotten about, dare I say that. The Demi Lovato reunion sent a lot of people into a tailspin. I'm not like a Jonas Brothers 1.0 fan. Like, I didn't know about Camp Rock and like all their, early 2000s stuff. I'm more of a 2.0 Jonas Brothers post comeback fan. So I couldn't really appreciate this, but I know it was a big deal. Also, this is a big deal to me. They performed with Hanson, all this brotherly love. Demi Lovato, Hanson, Jesse McCartney came out twice. JoJo, iconic. Hooba Stank, JP Sax, which we're going to talk about. Plain White Tees, they did Hey There Delilah. They did a Fifth Harmony reunion. Like, they are just bringing people out of the woodwork and doing really cool things. And JP Sax, I love this. He's from Toronto. And earlier that week, he announced that he was canceling his tour because of low ticket sales. And it was this like extremely low moment for me. And the Jonas Brothers brought him out on stage in Toronto, where he's from, to perform. And what class acts? Like, that's the coolest thing. You really don't know what's up their sleeve. This tweet says it all. The Jonas Brothers really said, never let them know your next move. So I've got to get tickets. I need to see who they're bringing out on their next stop in when they come to Florida. But my first pop chat question since our return here is, what are some ways that brands can surprise their audience or spark nostalgia? Hanson. I know I'm a Backstreet girl, but pre-Backstreet, Hanson really had my heart. If I'm going way back, it was like a Hanson Spice Girls era. I want to go to all the shows. It's, yeah. When they make every show different, we just all have to quit our jobs and follow them around. Miley or Selena collab yet? Not that I've heard. I think some people have been campaigning. Oh my God, Jesse McCartney performed at UCF when I was there. He was really good. That's amazing. I had some good UCF concerts too. I saw Drake for $7 in 2010. Luke Bryan came when I was there. T-Pain was our homecoming concert. I think that's it. Jonas Brothers and Big Time Rush. I'm sure they have it up their sleeve. I grew up with this era of Disney stars. It's so cool to see them still doing their thing. Yeah, giving us all the warm and fuzzies. Boy Smells, what's that? Boy Smells just killed us with a Bratz doll collab with a perfume scent doll skin. Whoa, that is interesting. Drop the link. Because this sounds, this is something I'm unfamiliar with. Erica's back. Erica says that brands can do giveaways with other big brands and celebrities. Yeah, there's nothing like a celebrity to really like surprise people and catch their attention. We are all just rabid fans at the end of the day. We are a sucker for. We're a sucker for you. We'll never recover from not being able to see Oasis here in Jersey. That really hurts. That does hurt. Oh, Rob, sorry your icebreaker came so late. I want to get to Porto in Portugal. I have been. And honestly, this might be a hot take, but I liked it better than Lisbon. Porto is beautiful. So definitely do that. Selena and Miley should do a concert wearing clothes from Limited 2. Oh my God. With the $2. Emily's dropped a link. I'm going to have to check that out. Alexa says, bring back discontinued items is a big one. Oh, we're going to talk about discontinued items. I have a bag. We're going to do a little unboxing of some discontinued throwbacks in here. There's my surprise. Bring back discontinued items, but I do think that slipping back into nostalgia prevents innovation and moving forward to the future if not careful. That's a good call out, Alexa. We're going to talk about what this brand did. Who could it be? What's in the box? What's in the bag? Kyle says, I really think brands need to take from Taylor Swift's Surprise and Delight playbook. She's always been so good at listening, observing, and giving to her fans a principle of reciprocity. Yeah, reciprocity. I love that. And like sharing your platform. Like it reminds me of when I first started podcasting, my whole first season, I was afraid to interview guests. I had to like really warm up to it. And once I started doing that, I was like, oh my God, 2 brains and 2 people like having a true conversation and also having, you know, the opportunity to amplify them and they would amplify me in return. I was like, this is so much better. And I'm having great conversations and building relationships with people. So there have been some really cool things that have happened. Change your logos. Everyone hates it. And then just kidding. Here's the old logo for nostalgia. We would have had a field day with that if we were running Pop Chat over the summer. So yeah, that was like one of the main headlines. Cracker Barrel, of course. Rob says, get to really know your audience and their demographic. You can find the right nostalgic moments easily online and add them to your communications. Collabs between nostalgia and modern brands can work so well. Speaking of that, Rob, this brand that I'm going to reveal that brought back an item from the early 2000s. I was researching them yesterday and they had Reddit threads of people saying, where can I find these? Where can I find them? And then they brought them back. So I'm wondering if brands are listening on Reddit and message boards of what people are asking for. Jennifer, depending on the brand, the best way is to bring back a retired product or retro ad campaigns. Look at what McDonald's is doing with McDonald's Land Meal. I'm not familiar. Tell me more. Hamilton being in theaters for the 10-year anniversary is a good example of this. I saw Lin-Manuel Miranda was doing a surprise in one of the theaters, I think in New York. Completely sparked a resurgence of content and trends. Like every other video on my For You page lately is something to do with Hamilton. Hamilton talk. Same with the theaters doing Harry Potter marathons. Yeah, lots of nostalgia. I know nostalgia is such a little buzzword in marketing, like so many brands are doing it, but it's different every time. There's different ways to remix it and travel back in time. So, yeah. Okay, this question is for Jennifer. I didn't think I was going to touch the Taylor Swift engagement because I thought we all might have been tired of it. But Jennifer inspired me to help find a new, more recent angle and something that's a little bit more topical. So last week, I want to say, is when college football returned last weekend. And the University of Nebraska got themselves in some hot water with the Swifties. They beat Travis Kelce's alma mater, the University of Cincinnati. And after they beat them, they photoshopped their engagement photo with her hugging their mascot, Herbie the Husker, or Herbie Husker is his name. And this did not go over well. A lot of Swifties said this was disgusting and classless, and the backlash was so fierce that they deleted the post, which I think takes a lot. KFC brought back their potato wedges. Yes, another iconic tweet. All they wrote was, what did they write? Here you go? Or no, here, damn, here's your potato wedges. And a lot of marketers were talking about that. Grimace is a giant taste bud. Wish I could unlearn things. So come share it all with us, Rob, so we can learn these things too. Yeah, I will never be able to think of that the same either. Jennifer's got links. Oh, McDonald's bringing back snack wraps. Yes. I wanted to try one when we were in Italy and we passed a McDonald's. I was like, we never go to McDonald's at home. At least let's go to McDonald's in Italy, but we didn't have time. I think my husband probably thought I was crazy to waste a meal in Italy at McDonald's, but I don't know. Thought it would have been fun. I didn't understand brands using their photos without the rights. Yeah, I know. And a lot of brands are doing this, not even in this way, but just, overlaying text and making memes and all kinds of things. I think brands just really try to skirt under the radar. So they released a statement. The ill-advised post on the Huskers X account last night resulted in very strong responses and comments that took the attention away from the game and our football team. We made the decision to remove the post and focus on our season opening victory in a great environment. Megan says, as a Swiftie, I do not claim the Swifties who hated on this. I personally didn't think it was that bad either, Megan. Like, I guess it is in poor taste, like taking the biggest moment of her life and like, I don't know, showing her, I don't know, caressing another person. I don't know. But I kind of thought it was funny at first, but I bet she didn't appreciate it. Who knows? Alexa, I love going to McDonald's in other countries to see. Yes. My biggest regret is not getting the shrimp burger in Japan. So my question for you is, what red flags make you advised against posting an idea? If you're in the room and you saw this coming, hypothetically, what red flags in general do you look for that makes you say, we shouldn't post that? What is the checklist? How do we really define that? How can we know for sure? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's a big judgment call. But if we can articulate it, let's give it a shot. What red flags make you advise against posting an idea? Yeah, you have to stop at an international McDonald's. I still have yet to do this. Let me just look on LinkedIn here to make sure I'm getting all the comments. Woo! Oh, yeah. Rob says he's wondering if the University of Nebraska will get fined. Interesting. It should happen more often. So what red flags make you advise against posting an idea? If it's an idea that would get you sued, Erica, great rule of thumb. Yeah, they, like Rob said, They might be getting a letter soon. Watch TikTok for 30 minutes and you'll know what to post and what to avoid. Wait, say more, Rob. You have to have a diverse group of voices in the room to get multiple POVs. Yeah. Because think about it, we're creating these posts in a vacuum. There's no way to really focus group the whole world. There's always going to be someone who takes issue with it, with something, or sees a problem with something. And sometimes those are the perspectives that really take off. And those people in the room maybe didn't see it coming. This is a good one. If your mom wouldn't like the post, don't post it. I love how simple that is. My husband's mom always told him, if you don't want something, don't put anything online that you wouldn't want on the front page of the New York Times. I think that's a good rule of thumb. Very similar. But yeah, I love the simplicity of that. In this case, maybe if it's Taylor Swift's mom wouldn't like it, don't post it. Alexa says, I think it takes some critical thinking and understanding of the context and consider all the possible angles and potential backlash. I think what made this one bad was that they beat Travis's alma mater, but if any other team posted it, I think it would have been fine. Interesting. Yeah, maybe it was a little too personal, a little below the belt. Taco Bell. Oh, we're talking about bringing things back. Sorry, some of the comments are delayed on here. All the tea is getting spilled on TikTok. The latest and all the scandals are there. I see. Yes, that is true. So keep chiming in on this, but I'm going to keep it moving. Alexa, this one's for you. We're talking about Seattle a little bit. The Museum of Pop Culture is there, which I have been. Alexa, let me know if you have been, or anyone else here who has visited Seattle, if you've stopped there. But the Museum of Pop Culture announced that they're closing their Nirvana exhibit after 14 years, which really surprised me because Nirvana got their start in Washington, and they're kind of known as a Seattle band, and launching the whole grunge punk genre. I thought I would never see the day that a museum in Seattle would let go of a Nirvana exhibit. And I thought that was one of the main reasons people visit this museum and go to Seattle. Maybe they get a lot of big Nirvana fans. And especially since they're a band that's not around anymore, it really is a time capsule that you have to see to appreciate. So yeah, I was really surprised to see this. I still have not, but it's on my list this fall. Go this weekend because it closes this weekend. Tony's here. I haven't, but the outside looks amazing, and surprised they're closing down the Nirvana exhibit. I know. And it was really cool. Whoops, are we here? I clicked the back button somehow. We're here, right? Everyone's back. Let me pull this up. Friends, did I lose you? Let me check my comments. Well, that's what happens when you have mice that are a little too sensitive. So sorry about that. If you're just tuning back in, I hit the back button on my mouse by accident, which is right here on the side. Makes it too easy. Let me see. Are we still on LinkedIn? Woo. Alexa. Oh yeah, but they posted it. Plus, I think any good brand will have its own posting guidelines that it won't stray. Yeah, we're still talking about question 2. I'm going to let everyone trickle back in. Oh, okay. Still here. Okay. Did you get kicked out or just me? Okay. Thank you guys. Amy's here. Paula. Okay. Sorry about that. That pesky back button. So now I can't see any past comments, but my question about this Nirvana is how can a brand close a long-running campaign or project while keeping its community engaged? What does this mean? Is the Museum of Pop Culture going to lose some of their people? Rebecca says, really want to visit the 90s last decade before the future at History Colorado. Perfect mix of nostalgia too. Melissa Dawson went viral with her video of that. I don't know if you heard about it recently, Rebecca. I just learned of this museum, but yeah, I think Melissa Dawson. I think that's her name. Definitely Melissa. Oh, Rob, so great to see you. Oh, good. No one got kicked out, just me. Yeah, they have Backstreet Boy apparel there. So I don't think I've ever been to Colorado, not even a layover or anything. Yeah. So how can a brand close a long-running campaign or project while keeping its community engaged? How do you close a chapter? How do you announce you're discontinuing something? And what does that mean? Are you going to lose people? Do you have to maybe bookend that announcement with something else so they don't leave and abandon you? Lathan has an idea. Instead of closing, try relocating it or giving to it on loan to other museums. That's smart. I wonder if that's what they'll do, because where does all this stuff go? Also, COVID taught us that you can make a digital experience you cannot go in person. That is smart. I wonder if it would ever like tour around. But yeah, like you said, give it to another museum. You're right. All those artifacts have to go somewhere. Yay. Savannah says, kind of odd to see that exhibit go, but I like it when a brand keeps things fresh. Yeah, I need to do more research on their website. I don't think they've teased too much about what's coming next and the why behind it. Oh, there we go, Savannah, explaining the decision behind it. If anyone has an extra tab open and wants to see if they said anything about this, I'd be interested. But yeah, how do you do this? Alexa says, I wonder if it's because they are going to do some other museum and exhibit for them elsewhere in the city. Ooh, maybe they get their own museum. But that museum is always bringing in cool exhibits. So I don't think it will hurt the museum itself. Yeah, they're doing some kind of farewell event, which I think is pretty cool. I don't think they're calling it that, like a farewell event. That's probably not the right words. But yeah, I think there's a way to close a chapter with excitement too. Imagine if they can get like Dave Grohl or someone there to perform or speak or something. Now I'm curious if Nirvana has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. If anyone else wants to open a tab for that and all my curiosities. I really should get an Echo in here or an Alexa in here so I could ask it. Jennifer says, teasing what's next or having some sort of tie-in and lead-in from the old campaign to new. Think State Farm's Jake from State Farm. Original Jake was the white guy in khakis talking to the couple at 3 a.m. So they didn't add with both Jakes in the call center before they started the ad campaign with the current Jake. Okay, yeah, they kind of did like a passing of the torch kind of thing, and had some continuity between those decisions, and kind of showing how that evolved. So I love that example. Any other thoughts on this? Yeah, and glad you found her. Let me go look on LinkedIn again to see if there's any. There we go. Any comments I'm missing. But yeah, sad to see that go. Sad to see that go. Okay, well, keep thinking on that if you have any additional thoughts, but it's also Feel Good Friday. So if you have some good news to share, please do. It could be anything, personal, professional. Just want to spread some good vibes on this Friday, especially our first Friday back at Pop Chat. A cool thing I will share is that my neighbors and I found out a few of them have Peloton bikes, and we've started texting each other at 5:45 in the morning to get up and hop on our bikes together and take a ride. And we'll kind of rotate who picks the ride for that morning. And it's been like the coolest little accountability thing. So that's been fun. Savannah suggested, yeah, give it an exciting farewell, like a finale. Yes. I want to say there were more comments on this, but I think they're delayed. Same with the progressive campaigns. Flo used to be their girl. Flo's gone, but now they have all these extra characters. Okay. Curious if they'll ever phase her out completely. Flo is getting paid. She will keep it going as long as they will keep her, I'm sure. Crazy. I don't know why, but my dad cannot stand Flo. Like every time one of their commercials comes on, he has to change the channel. But what's interesting is that Flo needs a paycheck, but the Geico Gecko does not. I mean, I guess whoever voices him does, but and the gecko can live in anonymity where I bet Flo gets recognized here and there. Anyway, thanks for your thoughts on that. Please share some Feel Good Friday news, some exciting things. I want to hear from you. And then we're going to move on to some industry news. Oh, I don't have a good visual for this. I didn't change my slide. Okay. I'm going to skip a slide to slide 31. Is this it? Okay. Instagram launched an iPad app. They have been now that they have this new app on iPad, it's really going to prioritize Reels, and the iPad experience is going to be a lot more seamless than it has been. If you've ever been on Instagram on an iPad, it's really clunky. And they described this move and the why behind it using a term called lean back entertainment that we're all leaning into right now. It says Instagram's term of lean back entertainment refers to a relaxed, passive way of consuming content similar to watching traditional TV or movies. It's a mode where users can enjoy content without active participation, which is ideal for unwinding or background viewing. So we're watching stuff in the background and we're not engaging. We're basically like watching TV on our phone and on TikTok and just scrolling and just moving on to the next video and not stopping to engage. And I know I'm guilty of this. And they also describe something called lean forward content, which is the opposite. That's where users are actively engaged and participating, and they even use live streams as an example. So thank you all for leaning forward with me right now and engaging and participating in the chat. Does Fat Joe know about this? I don't know, but we need some kind of campaign. Thank you, Savannah. I was like, I need the perfect gift for this. Savannah also has good news. She watched the new season of Wednesday. I saw it's number 1 on Netflix shows. So awesome. Amy, I'm really excited for the new Amy. Dancing with the Stars is my favorite show. I almost fit in a question in here, but I didn't really know what to ask. And I already had like the surprise guest for the Jonas Brothers on here. So I didn't want to do like a surprise with the cast, but I am so excited. I am rooting for Robert and Whitney all the way. I love Robert Irwin, and Whitney is my favorite pro. So please, let's DM about Dancing with the Stars. It is my favorite TV show. That current ad has the Geico Gecko trying to be in disguise. Oh, didn't know that. I need to catch up. I've been, fast forwarding commercials every chance I get. So anyway, with this lean back entertainment, this new way of passively consuming content and not engaging with audiences in passive lean back mode, how do you rethink content strategy? And also, what metrics matter the most with your content? Should we be rethinking our captions or our hooks or how we're laying out our content to optimize reels and short form videos for people to just kind of lean back and passively consume them and not engage? Do we want to knock them out of this lean back mode and try to pull them into leaning forward and make our content so good that it does inspire them to comment or engage? Curious to hear your thoughts. Yes to the paper. What's this? Is this a show? Oh, here we go. I'm ready for the Office spin-off show, The Paper. I didn't know this was happening. Interesting. People want to lean back and veg out on social like watching TV. Full circle moment. Yes. Just like cable's going to come back. But it's true, right? So, like sometimes I'll get in bed and I won't even turn on my TV. I'll just be on my phone. I'm like, this kind of feels the same. Savannah, I think I need hunched over entertainment. I suffer from poor posture. Same here, which you're reminding me. Sit up straight. I've also really been struggling, I've noticed with tech neck, which, from always looking down at your phone. So let's all just shake it out. This is the ailments of the chronically online, the carpal tunnel, the tennis elbow, the tech neck. We are all sufferers. Lathan says, I think watch time becomes important, but it needs to be comforting and easy to digest content. Yeah, I guess this means, and watch time and watch hours. Yeah, watch hours matter. It's all interest-based media, not social media. Ooh, yeah, that's exactly it. We're not being social with it. The more people see your brand, the more you'll be in the back of their mind, subconscious. Yeah, I also think we're not being social in the sense that we're not commenting as much, but there are so many shares that may be happening where you watch something and you just send it off to a friend and kind of laugh about it privately in the DMs, but you're not tagging them in the comments. I think we're going to see more of that. And it also makes me wonder if impressions are more important than we thought. Erica says maybe focusing on both and also creating one piece of lean back content per week that's funny or as part of a trend. Yeah, diversify. I like that idea. Sometimes I scroll on my phone while watching TV. This is why I don't know any of the Geico stuff. Because as soon as the commercials come on, I'm on my phone. Dancing with the Stars cast announcement. TikTok's been flooded with content about it, and all the dancers have been. Yes. I was just thinking to myself today, Benjamin, I was like, am I more excited for the premiere or am I just more excited for all the TikToks that are coming out? Because first of all, the fact that they're professional dancers, like their videos are just so flashy and fun and, trendy with the fun dances and stuff. But they're also so funny, like the little skits and stuff that they do and all the different pairs. Like it's everywhere. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Danielle, I've been suffering from tech neck too lately. I didn't know there was a name for it. Danielle, we need reverse tech neck by going to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere and getting floor seats so we're looking up and not looking down. That'll just reverse it. I think that's the cure. That's what I've heard. So let's book some tickets. Alexa says a lot of content marketing is moving towards brand entertainment, where brands are creating these series, Kyle, your favorite word, creating this whole brand world, which is so fun. I think metrics wise, it shares, views, and follows. This is so counter to what I've traditionally believed in about, comments and, getting people to take action on your content. But this is a real shift, rethinking engagement. So they didn't comment, click, or buy. If they're top of funnel, they're not going to anyway. Too many brands want to get married on the first date. Focus on getting the eyeballs. If they're watching it and reading it, it could then lead to more. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, that was such an intelligent answer. Where they changed all this stuff on the back end of StreamYard. Where are my sparkles? Drum roll. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's not playing. Ah, you get the pop chat sparkles today, Jennifer. That was really well thought out. TikTok really saved Dancing with the Stars. It seemed like it was about to get canceled a few years ago, and TikTok brought in a whole new young audience. Yes, and with Ilona Maher last season, she's such a TikTok star, basically, at post-Olympics. Brooklyn Coffee Shop. Tell me more. Oh, I got to follow them. Roomy series. That sounds familiar. Series. Yeah. Every marketer needs to go read Robert Cialdini's book, Influence and Persuasion. I have not read those, so thank you. On my list. Okay. And my grand finale, we're going to bust into this bag here. This one's kind of for the girlies, but men in the room, please humor me and stick around. Lancome brought back Juicy Tubes, which were iconic in the early 2000s. You can see here during the Y2K era, makeup trends shifted away from the matte neutrals of the 90s, embracing shiny, hyper-real finishes that captured the spirit of the new millennium. So all the sparkles, all the shine, all the glossiness was happening. And they brought back Juicy Tubes. And their senior vice president of marketing, Isabel, says they instantly rose to fame as the iconic lip gloss in a tube with their high shy finish, fruity scents, and fun, playful packaging. And the headline of this article was that Juicy Tubes were the lip gloss of the TRL era, best of times, and now the TikTok era. I think we all had one. The Juicy Tubes relaunch campaign is so good. We have to talk about it. I am obsessed. So much about it. I think we all had one. Yes, all different colors and scents and flavors. When Juicy Tubes first made a splash, this is again their senior vice president of marketing talking. They weren't just riding the wave of Y2K makeup trends. They created one. Red carpets. Oh, excuse me. No, this is just an excerpt from In Style and that journalist. Red carpets, teen dramas, high school bathrooms, lips bathed in pinky shimmer were everywhere. They were the moment. Juicy Tubes became part of the iconic scenes and characters. They truly captured the zeitgeist of the 2000s. And oh my gosh, as someone obsessed with the 2000s and living in the past, I just had to talk about this. So, also, the way they launched these, look at just some of the celebrities they got on board. Paris Hilton, Kelly Rowland, Rachel Bilson, who I read always had Juicy Tubes on the set of the OC, and Misha Barton, also Hilary Duff, and she shared a throwback from 2001 of her wearing Juicy Tubes. And then Chad Michael Murray did a whole little interview during Freakier Friday promo talking about the iconic kiss in A Cinderella Story and the Juicy Tubes there. They also, Lancome also partnered with meme accounts like 2000s Anxiety and did these fun, really nostalgic, time capsule like posts to bring back Juicy Tubes. Bath and Body Works had one. Victoria's Secret had a competitor, but Lancome, they're the OGs. Just saw Limited 2 is at Kohl's. Oh my goodness, everything's coming back. We are about to own your attention more than we do already. Kyle, what was the context of that? Sorry, I think I got that out of order here. Ed Westwick, probably. I don't know who that is, Alexa, so I probably didn't include him, but I think I did see some other people. Please enlighten me. I'm having a pop culture blind spot. Are we just in an era of nostalgia? Seems to be the theme of 2025. Yeah. We're doing the Into the Millennium tour or at the Sphere. Like, let's all just relive the good old days. So my friend Leah Pilser. Oh, why did this cut off? Hold on, folks. Hold on. My friend Leah Pilser sent me some slideshow. Leah Pilser, who is the head of PR and partnerships and consumer engagement at Lancome at L'Oreal. And when I congratulated her, she said, "Thank you. Can you say Juicy Tube throwback?" And I think we should. Chuck from GG. What's GG? Why don't I know this? Oh, Gossip Girl. I've never watched Gossip Girl. I know. It's criminal. It is criminal. What years did Gossip Girl run? Because I think I was in college and I don't know what happened. It's a total blind spot. I know about Penn Badgley and Blake Lively. But anyway, I'm going to unbox these while I ask my final question here is what inspires people to talk about a product and share it with friends? Like, what is this? What is that thing that makes you say, okay, I can't keep this to myself. I have to tell everyone I know about this. What are those things that you look for? What is that brand or product experience that makes you say, I need to rave about this to the whole world? 2007 to 2012. See, those were like my prime college years. I just wasn't watching TV as much. On my maternity leave, you need to do it. That sounds glorious, Rebecca. You know what? It wasn't my maternity leave, but when my daughter was a newborn and like napping all the time, I went back and I watched the entire Newlywed series, Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey on YouTube. That is available to watch. Okay, let's look at some Juicy Tubes. They're really back. This flavor / color is called Dreamsicle. Dreamsicle. Oh my God. Ooh. Oh my God. It's so pink and sparkly and cute. So that's one. The present sucks. Let's go back 25 years when a new millennium represented hope. Oh, she also sent me mascara. Need more Juicy Tubes. We have Almond Drip. Almond Drip. Look at this like holographic millennial coded packaging. Oh my God, there's so many in here. Gorgeous. You know what? I'm going to keep them all out of the boxes so we can just ooh and awe at them. Now we have Hallucination. I wonder if these are the original product names. Customer service is also important. User-friendly if it does what it's supposed to do and it looks cute. I'm telling my friends. Okay, this is Hallucination. Oh my God, Leah. Leah. She sent me all these, you guys. Oh, Tickled Pink. This is the one that Rachel Bilson always had on set. Jennifer says, I was in New York City in 2008 and Gossip Girl billboards were everywhere. That's what you remember most about your trip. Okay, this is the official color of Summer Roberts from the OC. I'm going to have to put that one on before we end. Oh my God, a Juicy Treat. Oil in gloss hydration 24 hours. This looks different. I think if the product lives up to the hype, people want to talk about it and share it with friends or online. It only works for a good product. Well said. Oh my God, this is, whoa, this is so pretty. You know what? There's a few more. I'm going to save this for next time. We'll just have like a Juicy Tube for every pop chat of the season. But if you like this topic, Joshua says, it has to mean something to me and be a good product. Seems kind of basic, but if I love it and it's useful, I won't stop talking about it to people. Plain and simple. I love that. So if you are interested in this topic, like what makes people share, there's a book that I love called Contagious by Jonah Berger. Highly recommend. When a product solves a problem for me, I love to share. Currently can't stop yapping about the Family Wall app. I don't know about this, so thank you. All right, friends, it's 1:59. I do have a hard stop at 2 because my husband has a call at 2 and I've got to switch into mom mode. But keep sharing your thoughts. And just a reminder that the VMAs are this weekend. So we'll definitely have a lot to talk about. We'll see. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's 2000 right now. We're in the year 2000. Oh my God, that tastes like my teenage years. Tickled Pink. So thank you, Leah. Thank you, Lancome, for bringing these back. The campaign, if you want to learn more about it, go to their Instagram. They have a whole Juicy Tubes Instagram highlight. It's iconic already. So thank you guys so much for making this return so much fun. It feels so good to be back. Thanks for all your ideas, all your thoughts, just having fun. Taylor Swift won't be attending. If Taylor or Brittany aren't there, it's really just not the same. Downloading this right now. Look, Rebecca, your influence. Go buy a Juicy Tube. Yes. Your younger self deserves it. All right, friends. So if you haven't already, my newsletter is coming back next week. So please go ahead and sign up for that too. I'm just jumping right back in, trying to do all the things. But thank you so much for being here and for giving me this warm welcome back. It's so good to see everyone again. And I'll see you next Friday with more to talk about. There's always new trending topics. So thank you so much. Anthony's here. VMAs on CBS for the first time. MTV is officially dead. Do we need to ponder this next week? Possibly. Jennifer, thank you for all the inspo. Go get some juicy tubes. Enjoy. Let's all pretend it's 2000. All right, friends. See you next time. Bye.